Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to Vitiligo Corner on Blog Talk Radio. This is Nathalie. Thanks for joining me today. I'm talking to you from beautiful, sunny, yet freezing cold St. Louis, Missouri. Today we're going to talk about loving and living with vitiligo, 2 points of view, mine, the mom, and my daughter Emerald, who is joining me today. And later on we're going to discuss the process for starting a vitiligo support group in your area. Call-in number is 1-858-769-4727, 858-769-4727. And if you didn't catch that, you can go to our Blog Talk Radio Vitiligo Friends website, and the phone number's listed on there if you want to get it later on while we're talking. All right. So, hello, Emerald. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to join me.
You're welcome.
This topic I came up with because I have, throughout the years, I've received lots of emails from people who are parents, and they express that they feel guilty, or that they feel like they're failing as parents because they don't attend school functions or sporting events, or take their kids out to do things, the zoo or movies, what have you, because they are embarrassed about their vitiligo and they don't want to embarrass their kids. So I thought it'd be great to talk with my daughter to give you both points of view on that subject of living with someone who has vitiligo. I developed vitiligo when I was about 30. So my two youngest kids were little, and you really couldn't see the vitiligo. I mean, it was just a tiny bit on my fingers, so only I was conscious of it. And then I'd say like 4 years later, a little bit more on my hands, but I still wasn't self-conscious at that point. So I did not ever stop doing anything. Mm-hmm. And but now, as you guys are older, mm-hmm. or even let's go when you started middle school, and more activities, or you'd go back to elementary school because you had more going on during your Well, I hope I'm reconnected at this point. I am so sorry we lost that call, or we dropped our own call, I guess I should say. That's what happens when you have call waiting. I have to warn people not to call me during this time. All right, so we were talking about attending your activities during elementary school, middle school, and not so much in high school except for your cheerleading events. But, you know, I never shared this with you, that whenever you were younger, after we moved here to St. Louis, because you were then in 6th grade, I did take special precautions before we went out.
Did you really?
To make sure that my vitiligo wasn't showing on my hands. Because basically, the only vitiligo that shows that's bothersome to me is on my hands and my face, and the face is easy enough for me to cover with makeup. But I would definitely cover my hands, not so much because I thought it would embarrass you, but because I didn't want to appear different to other people, you know. Mm-hmm. And now I still do that when I have to go to your games, or if you have friends over
You're kidding. Why?
No, because I don't want you to feel embarrassed that your mom looks different. Your response, please. So tell me.
Well.
No, so in your eyes.
I mean, I don't see anything different. I mean, I don't even notice it.
All right. Well, okay, like right now, I don't have any of the Vitiligo cover lotion on my hands or my face.
Okay.
And let's forget the face since I have makeup on. All right. You're telling me that when you look at my hands, you don't see vitiligo. I mean, you're not, you're not blind.
I mean, like, I can, like, see, like, the white spots, but, like, I don't, like, think about it. Like, I don't even, like, I mean, if you, like, didn't point it, like, I mean, obviously, like, if I just, like, walked by, like, I wouldn't, like, be like, oh, who's that? Like, I don't know.
Well, so it's not anything that you have ever...
I would never be embarrassed of it.
Really? So now I wonder, what would you tell other parents then?
No, people have asked me before.
Oh, they have asked you?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You've never told me that. So what did they say? Tell me.
I mean, they're just like...
and who are these people?
It was like when I was younger.
Oh, okay. And where was this? When did like at school or at your friend's house?
I guess at school. I mean, I don't remember.
So
but it was just like oh, and what's, I don't know, like what's in your mom's hand?
Oh, okay.
Like, she said like, like she said it's like, and she was like, they're like, oh, is she okay? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, we just want to make sure.
Oh, okay. So
it wasn't like, ew, gross.
So they seemed more concerned than they were like judgmental.
I mean, yeah. I don't.
And it never caused you any pause, like inside, to go, it's vitiligo, gross. I know.
No, I was just like, I mean, if anything, I was just kind of like bothered that they would like ask, like, I don't know, like, I don't get what the point of asking.
Well, I see your point too, because it's not like you're going to go up to somebody and say, hey,
someone's like,
why is your dad's nose so big? Or, why is your mom's hair cut like that? I mean, these are inappropriate questions.
Why is your hair cut like that?
But, as you stated, if they came to you and it seemed more concerned, even though that's bothersome to have to, somebody could, like, cross that line and go, hey, what's up with your mom's hands? At least you didn't feel like they were judging your mom, so you need to, A, be protective of me, or B, also be embarrassed and hope it doesn't happen again. Did it happen just once, or how many times did this happen?
I mean, I don't know. It just kind of happened, like, sporadically.
So pretty often, then?
No, it would happen, like...
There's nothing wrong.
No, I know.
Don't change your story now, Emerald.
Anywho, just, like, I don't know, just, like, different times.
Okay. So, let's see. One thing I did catch was that you said kids did say the thing. And you know what? You never brought that to my attention. Why is that?
I don't think I knew.
So you didn't
know about it? It's not like it's, like, a big secret. I mean, it's just, like...
I guess that's true. But were you protecting me from something? Or it just didn't feel like it was a big deal?
Just crossed my mind. They just asked it. I told them. It's like, I mean, if someone, I don't know, it's just kind of like, I didn't think I really needed to address it. I mean, you have it. It's like, when am I going to be like, some kid at school today, even though it never happened at school, but like, like, hey, Mom. I mean, like, I'm not Mom, but like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem necessary to talk about.
So it was a non-issue.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like
It was said, it was done.
Yeah.
And it it just didn't even, cause anything. Well, this is great to know, because there are so many parents who are afraid of embarrassing their kids, and maybe they're thinking too much into it.
I mean, I definitely think they are.
So,
I mean, I'd rather, even if there was something a lot more noticeable about my parent, be more sad that they didn't go to it because they were feeling insecure about themselves because they feel like it shouldn't matter. I don't know.
It may come across as a little bit selfish to the child because the parent's thinking more about really, truly, it's about how they feel about themselves and how other people are going to look at them, and it's not about the child's event.
Yeah, and really, all the parents' focus or the people around there should really be focusing on the children, not the other people around them.
Well, that would be the perfect scenario, yeah. But it's not always the case because a lot of people go there and, let's face it, nobody shows up to a recital or anything dressed in their sweatpants. Everybody, not only wants to dress appropriately for the occasion, but they also want to look good.
Well, yeah, but still, I don't know.
So it would be fair to say then that people, parents, and anybody in general with vitiligo, it is very easy for us to live an insular world because we are focused on our own issue. But if we turned outside, like when I started my vitiligo website, it was because I wanted to help other people. Well, that has taken my mind off of my own vitiligo. I'm a third party to it. And same thing with parents who have children. Mm-hmm. I guess that's how you have become a parent. But then that would make them, if they concentrated on the child, then maybe that would get them outside of that arena where they're just focusing on themselves. All right, we have a call. Going to take it. Oh, man. Well, if you did just call, I saw that it was here in Missouri. Please call back again so we can answer your phone call. What a drag. My first phone call.
We're highly excited.
I just needed to get past that thought, too. Yeah, do call back. Well, and so with your siblings, I hope you can be truthful with me.
Siblings?
Your brothers.
Oh, yeah, what about them?
So what I was going to ask is, have you guys ever, just amongst yourselves, talked about the vitiligo? And we'll hold that pause. We'll pause on that so we can answer our phone call here. Let's see, how do I answer it? Drop, hang up caller.
Click on it.
Let's see. I'm trying to answer here. Caller muted. Hang up on air. Hello, caller.
Hi, this is Jennifer.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What is your name?
Well, my name is Jennifer Condon, and I'm from Baldwin, Missouri.
Well, Jennifer Condon. That sounds very familiar. How are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm great, and I was just listening to your show.
Thank you so much. And what were you calling in about?
Well, I was just listening about how Emerald was talking about, like, how her friends were asking about your vitiligo, and I just wanted to add that when I first met you, I didn't really feel the need to say anything because I didn't really feel the need to say anything about it or ask about it.
Right.
Because
okay, and I can see that. And plus, you are my son's girlfriend, so you probably didn't want to make a wrong impression.
Yeah.
Got to butter up the mom.
I just figured, like, if it was a serious thing that you would tell me, or, I just didn't want to appear like I was nosy or anything.
Yeah, well, if it was unsafe to touch, then I would have gloves on or something. I'm just kidding.
No, I didn't think you were, like, gross or anything. I didn't ever see it before, so I was just kind of curious, but I didn't really, like, obsess about it or anything.
Now, were you ever, did you ever want to ask me about it, but were apprehensive? Or did you just kind of pick up stuff along the way?
I think at first, like the first few times I've seen you, that like I was a little bit more curious, but just in passing every day, like I learned about it, and I didn't really have to ask too many questions to figure out like what it was. And
well, and so what would be your advice too then, if you saw somebody's parent at a school event or something, would you think ill of that, or would you just, how would you respond to a parent being there that looked different than the other parents?
Like, how would I tell people to react? Or
I guess no, like if you saw a parent there, how would you react to it? Like if you didn't know them, how would you react?
Well, I would probably wonder to myself, but I don't think I would actually say anything because I just wouldn't want to be in their business.
Yeah. Well, and the truth is that any parent going to an event can have some issue that somebody may think is different. You know, like let's say you've got one blue eye and one brown eye. You know, that would be cool. You know, you can't not do things because you've got one blue eye and one brown eye, and some person may be thinking, that's weird. How did they do that? You know, or whatever their thoughts are. You really just have to be able to go out and be who you are, because you don't know. What if you have vitiligo and a blue eye and brown eye?
Well, you get color contacts.
You can cover the vitiligo. All right, Jen, thanks so much for calling in. Did you have something else to say? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's pretty much it. But I do admire you for doing this radio show, and I'm going to continue listening.
Thank you so much. Hope to see you guys this weekend. Talk to you a little bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Anyone else would like to call?
Our call-in number is 858-769-4727. That was great of Jen to call in. That was fun, wasn't it? All right. So I think we can conclude this with saying that I hope that parents out there who have vitiligo and maybe stay away from doing things because they're not able to cover it up or whatever the reasons may be, that they just don't stay away from the events and activity or doing activities with their kids outside the home, because it's so important to, it is actually more important to build those memories with your child and for your child to feel that love and support of you being wherever they need you to be, than for you to be hooked up on your own self-insecurity.
But it's not like you can't cover it up if you're that insecure about it. But I don't think I like when you don't have any.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Aren't you the perfect daughter?
That's fine.
I think you probably just want me to take you out and buy you some lunch or something. Not a bad idea. All right, thanks, Amy. I'm going to take a few minutes now to talk about starting a support group. I hope that you're able to stay in the studio for a little while longer.
I'll be in the studio
all
day, every day.
All right, thanks a lot. Okay, on to the next segment. We've got just a few more minutes to talk about this, but I really want to get it in because I think it's very important. I started the Vitiligo website as a portal to pass on information that I found about vitiligo, but more importantly, it began because I was receiving emails about vitiligo and how it was affecting people's lives, and they were depressed and virtually on the verge of wanting to commit suicide because of it. And I thought, wow, I really need to address this, and I wanted to be there for other people. I don't know why that came along me, like that was my mission, but there it was, and so I took it on. Now, the greatest thing that has come out of doing my website is that, like I mentioned before, by taking the time and taking the spotlight off myself and putting the spotlight on helping other people or just on other people's issues with vitiligo, it has made the vitiligo a third party to my person, but more importantly, it has made me feel good about myself for having a cause to champion, and when you have something that you're working on, that you believe in, and that you know that you're doing it to help other people, and then you receive emails or phone calls from people saying how much your work means to them, it really changes your life, and it's a wonderful thing. So I thought that it would be great to talk about how to do that, but in your own community. Not only to feel good about yourself and your goals and missions in life, but also to have people around you that have the same issues, and they can be there for you as well as you be there for them. I don't like to use this adage, misery loves company, because we're not miserable because we have vitiligo, but the idea is still there. When you feel alone, you can only feel better when you are surrounded by people who share your same issues. And, this isn't just my train of thought. This is, proven with so many institutions that begin support groups for people with cancer, cancer survivors, children of parents who have cancer, AA. There's just so many that we know that it's something that's proven. People need people, and they need to feel that they are not alone in their own, what do I want to say here? In their own, not their own bubble. Totally forgot the word I'm looking for, but you're not alone. So, on my website this week, vitiligocover.com, I did a post about how to start a local vitiligo group, and on it you will see, a list showing you step by step. But I thought today I'll just talk a little bit about what those steps are. The first thing you would need to do is find a place that you can meet at a church or a coffee shop, hospital, libraries, community centers, schools, universities. All of these places do have rooms that they love to either rent out, or if you have a cause, sometimes they just let you use the place for free. And it's a great idea. You just call them up and find out what their specifications are. And if it costs money and you don't want to charge people money per meeting time, then you just simply keep calling around until you find a place that's going to offer it for free. But, if you've got a small group, which inevitably it will be pretty small when you first start off, why not just meet at a coffee shop? Every time I go into Starbucks, I think, this would be so fun to meet here, especially that one, Emmy, that has, like, all the game boards in it. Like all the games that they have sitting on the side. whatever.
Oh,
you don't remember. Okay, so, and I always think, man, this would be a great place for, you know, a few people to meet up, and then they can talk to each other. But, you know, a support group doesn't have to be, you know, sitting around in a circle in chairs and, you know, taking turns to talk about what your issues are. It can be just as simple as meeting up and having a drink together, meeting up and going to the coffee shop and playing board games together, you know. And while you're drinking, while you are, okay, you could be drinking soda. Let's say you're drinking a soda. Or while you're playing board games, you talk about what's going on in your life. You talk about what, you know, the effects of vitiligo, and you see what's going on in other people's lives, how they handle things. You can get some ideas on ways to make your life happier, and then, you know, also give other people ideas. So get a meeting place. The next thing you want to do is get the word out. So how do you do that? Well, the easiest thing I can think of is to just go to your local dermatologist, doctor's offices, hospitals, anywhere that would provide services for people with vitiligo, and either give them a flyer or a business card with your contact information on it, so that they can give that to any of their vitiligo patients, and then they can contact you and find out information. The next thing you definitely want to do is set up a website. And if you're not real sure on how to set up a website, I mean, there's plenty out there that can do it for free for you with different templates. WordPress.com is a great one, or Tumblr. You know, any of those would be great. But you can also just set up a Facebook page and, you know, put in your some keywords for your area and what your group is, and then start spreading the word like that. Also, contact me via email. My contact information is on the website. So just send me a little blurb that you would want on the Vitiligo main website, and then I'd post that also on our Facebook page and Facebook fan page, and start building up your group in whatever area you may be in. Mm-hmm. Thanks. You know, I really like that. And then there's on the website, on the post for starting your local group is other little details like how to run your meetings. And one thing that I found so important is at your first meeting or when you get new people, make sure to let them know that their opinion of how the meeting should go and what activities you should do is really for everyone to decide. Obviously, there has to be a leader so that one person can guide, but you want to take ideas from other people. It's just very necessary. I had done that on my own, on the Facebook sites, and when I asked for people, what do you want to see here? What do you want to do with this site? What's important to you to share and learn here? I get lots of responses, and most of the times they thank me for wanting to include what they want, you know, because it's for the people that you're doing this. You know, it doesn't have to just be about you. No, it shouldn't be, but sometimes it is, isn't it? All right. So thank you so very much for joining me today. I will post on the blog contact information. I want to thank everyone who friended us on Vitiligo Corner today. We have a really great community going there. It's a Facebook page and our Facebook fan page. You can get links to that on the vitiligocover.com website. Join us on Twitter. We're Vitiligo Corner. And thank you to our sponsor, Vitiligo Cover Lotion at shop.vitiligocover.com. Next week, Joanne will be back, and we're going to discuss the effects of exercise on autoimmune diseases. and my ebook, Yoga Therapy for Vitiligo, which is available on the website, on the right-hand corner under free ebooks, or on scribe.com. Thanks so very much, and I will talk with you next week at 1:30 on Friday. Bye-bye. Goodbye, Emmy.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks a lot.